What's up, guys? Rex Reveler here, and today I will be ranting on the kids cheering sound effect. It's because it is one of my most hated sound effects of all time that it makes me cry. And anyone who uses this sound, I recommend you to not use it. Because it's disrespectful to misophonia. Anyways, on with the rant. So, the kids cheering sound effect has got to be one of the most worst sounds ever for misophonia. It can make people cry, and sometimes makes me cry, and it makes my ears bleed. And I will tell you some reasons when the kids cheering sound effect was used. Reason number 1. It was heard in a CKN Toys intro in a lot of videos actually. And while it says CKN Toys, the sound begins to come up. Reason number 2. It was heard in a Laia Garcia Guessing the Feelings Inside Out video. At the very end of the video, when the text says, "Wow, well done," the sound begins to come up. Reason number 3. It was heard in a Singing Walrus video. And when it counts all the way up to 10, the sound begins to come up. And then when it counts all the way down to 0, the sound begins to come up. Reason number 4. It was heard in a lot of Jeff Mara videos. And when the camera zooms in and out, the sound begins to come up. And also, I've heard that it was heard in Colors with Surprise Eggs video. It was heard 22 times. When a color is revealed, the sound begins to come up. And then reason number 5. It was heard in Vlad and Nikki a lot of times, which I don't really watch Vlad and Nikki, so I'm glad I didn't fall for the kids cheering sound effects. Reason number 6. This is one of the very important reasons. Reason number 6 is that it was heard in one of TripTube Studios' Grounded videos. It was Chick Hicks pushes Jack D. Post off the Grand Canyon and gets grounded. And I skipped to a very random part in the video in where the sound begins to come up. I don't really remember the part when the sound begins to come up, but I remember falling for Trip's Grounded video with the kids cheering sound effect. I don't really know when the sound came up. Anyways, reason number 7. It was heard many times in Think Noodles' videos. And then reason number 8. It was heard in a Have Fun Teaching video where they were counting by 2s, and when they counted all the way up to 100, the sound begins to come up. Reason number 9. It was heard a lot in Adapted Mind. Some of the reasons were when the last monster went to the school desk, the sound began to come up, and when the purple monster said, "The pet keeper is here," the sound begins to come up. And then reason number where was I? Reason number 9 is that it was heard in Go Noodle. When a champ levels up, the sound begins to come up in the I can't remember exactly what it's called. The transmographer. The thing that when your champ gets bigger, the sound begins to come up. And then reason number 11. It was heard in a Starfall intro, like, yeah, that's, but, it goes starfall.com, where children have fun learning, and then, the sound, begins to come up, but it's actually shortened. Reason number 12. It was heard in, oh man, what other? Team Umizoomi. It was heard in Team Umizoomi, in the Ellie the Elephant episode, when a kid said, "There she is," the sound begins to come up. And then, it was heard, reason number 13, it was heard in, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, at the end of the parade when Santa arrives, the sound begins to come up, but that's only, in the, like, the 2023 present Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parades. Reason number 14, it was heard in a Trolley Philippines commercial when the text said, "Trolley Philippines dance, trolley sing and dance with me," I believe was the text. Then the sound came up. And then it was heard in a Subs World, like, it's a video where, he was facing 100 of every mob, and then, when he said that, "We're done with that," and then the sound came up, but then, he said, "Not really." So, before he said "not really," the sound came up. So, and then, reason number 15, let's see. Oh, it was heard in a Cam's Toy Box video where, with, Bubble Guppy stacking cups. At the very beginning of the video, the sound begins to come up. And then, it was heard, like, 9 times. Reason number 16 is that it was heard 9 times. Like, Dory Roblox used it 9 times. Wow, that's so many. And then, reason number 17. Twice, the girl, Korean band used it in their Likey song 5 times in a row. I believe at a low volume. And then, reason number, where was I? 17 or 18? Let's just say 18. Reason number 18 is that, let's see, what can I think of that used the kids cheering sound effect? Reason number 18 is that it was heard in Cocomelon, in the, Freeze Dance and the If You're Happy and You Know It, songs. When the songs ended, the sound begins to come up. And then reason number 19, it was heard in the Kid Boomers Simon Says video when the orange cat said, "Shout hooray," the sound begins to come up. And finally, reason number 20, it was heard in Mr. and Mrs. Gao, whenever they post a video, during the new year, the sound begins to come up. And those are some reasons why the kids cheering sound effect was used. And you know who likes this sound effect? A lot of users that overuse this sound over and over again, like CCan Toys, Jeff Mara, and a lot more. Dory Roblox, Think Noodles, and so many users. And you know who hates this sound? Me and Smith Boys, MTOTM member. I hope this sound gets removed for good. End of rant.